This is Poland in 1505. Something is missing on the horizon, and that is Lithuania. That's right, we didn't go with the usual person union path, and we selected to go with the HRE path. Poland has some super fun HRE related missions and easy access to monuments like the one in Prague that increases your imperial authority growth, and I'll show you how you can easily dominate Europe and in the process get a ton of subjects. So let's get into this campaign. Let's begin with our Sejm, as we call it in Lithuania, Seimas. We still have it to this day. Totally no corruption involved there. And this is exactly what we're looking for, centralized land ownership. Let's grab 5% more crown lands. Onto our estates. We're not granting out the +1 mana point privileges because we're looking to get a 50% crown lands as soon as possible. So a very simple setup here. We're just going for additional loyalty and the loans. We can also summon the diet. It would have been great to get claims on Opole, but in this case we can get 50 admin points by getting the claims on Brandenburg. Sure, let's go for that. We will begin building spy network on Bohemia, and this is the one thing that you need to look out for. If Austria doesn't rival Bohemia, I would say you should restart. If you're going for the HRE Emperorship run, it's super important to get an early war done with Bohemia so that you can get their monument in Prague, which increases the imperial authority modifier. And this is exactly why we're building a claim. We're not gonna go with the restoration of union. That would be kinda pointless because eventually we will have these provinces as we aim to revoke the privilegia eventually. We also will be improving relations with Austria, and as soon as we can we will be sending a scornful insult to Bohemia as we will need it for the Varna Aftermath mission. We also will need to have 2 alliances, 90% of our army size, and we will need to wait for the event successor of Ladislav III. Okay, next. We're gonna set Bohemia as a rival. We also can go for Lithuania and Hungary. Immediately, let's grab the Grand Company as we're gonna need a larger army, and we're gonna delete 1 cavalry unit so we're not above the force limit. We can also grab some advisors, starting with discipline. I have this yearly inflation advisor, but I don't have a trade efficiency one, but improved relations will do for now. Later on, we will try and get the trade one so that we can get the radical reforms though. Looks like we could actually quite easily get an alliance with Burgundy. They don't rival Austria either. Maybe let's try and improve with them. We need to grant some seats to our Sejm, so let's give out some to highly developed provinces like Lvov, and this will do. Okay, I guess for now we can also disable our army maintenance because it's not a given when we will get the successor event. It could be up to a couple of years, I believe. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We already have the alliance with Burgundy, so that's amazing. Of course, we will get the royal marriage as we're aiming to get the PU. We will not be supporting Sweden. That's not something I want to be involved in. And there we go. Insult Bohemia. Actually, I want to get this spy network done a bit faster, so I will move one of my merchants to Saxony, collect here, and this way we can enable hostile trading. Nice, we also have the alliance with Austria, we needed that. And there we actually have it, successor of Ladislav III. The common choice would be to get the restoration of union over Lithuania, but in this case we're going with the second option, which actually will give us a super good ruler. It's not unusual that you can get maxed out stats, 6 in all of them. But this is also pretty damn good. Okay, there we go. We can complete Varna Aftermath. Obviously, we're not going with the Restoration of Union over Bohemia, so we're gonna wait for the claim. And we can complete Delegate with the Emperor as we have an alliance with Austria and a royal marriage, and this means we are actually now entering the HRE. If we check here, we already have 1 nation voting for us and we can easily get more. Let me quickly get this alliance with Palatinate and we can improve relations with Cologne. Hopefully we can also get the good general. Well, he has no shock, but at least 1 siege pip. We're gonna try again. Okay, guys, we can make a claim. Let's claim one of the lowest developed provinces. This time we got a decent general. 3 shock is definitely gonna do. Let's go, man. Let's declare. They have Switzerland and Mulhouse to support them, which is absolutely nothing. Start sieging them. Yeah, so we can definitely easily siege race him. I'm not going to participate in any battles as we're still waiting for a little bit more manpower so that we can complete yet another mission. Actually, you know what? We're so close. Let me complete it this way. We're just going to exploit some manpower. And with a couple of clicks, here we go. We can raise the noble host, giving us nearly 6,000 manpower and permaclaims on East and West Prussia, as well as 50 loyalty for Schlachta. Now we can go ham. Looks like he got baited in Opole, should be an easy wipe, and Switzerland is not even going to join. Matter of fact, he's actually moving away, so we might be able to do something here. Or we can opt to go for this 15,000. Yeah, that's great. Oh, we actually wiped out 15,000 Bohemians, that's amazing. I do want to get some more papal influence. I will be purchasing indulgence. And we have the Moldavian event, support for Roman of Moldavia. We have a lot of manpower, so we can choose the second option. And they do become our march, which is amazing. This means that we can complete yet another mission, Romans Rebellion, Perma claims on Wallachia area, and we get the event securing the Moldavian domain. We can choose the third option, which will convert Moldavia into our regular vassal, so we will be able to integrate them faster, and we also get income from vassals plus 15% for 10 years. Oh my god, this is a disaster of an heir. Once we have a little bit more prestige, we'll get rid of him. Oh, not to forget, since we now have 2 subjects, we can also go ahead and grab the Strong Duchy's privilege to fix our relations laws and no longer lose diplo points. No, Moldavia, what are you doing, son? Can't you just stick to my siege? This guy's crazy. Okay guys, we have 97% war score as we occupy their capital. Now we could go for a lot of money and war reparations, but I actually want to select humiliate rival instead because I don't plan to go for any humiliation wars. This means we will be able to do one of the objectives for Age of Discovery and get our golden era started faster. Really up to you how you're gonna do it if you're going for this run. Just make sure you get Prague. 60 aggressive expansion is a lot, but it's entirely worth it. If you want to go even crazier, you can grab their gold mine, but once again, I don't think it's worth the aggressive expansion. Now we're going to concentrate some development. Also, we're definitely getting rid of both of these forts. They're in grasslands, not good locations. Once the devastation is down, they will be gone. And also we can delete the one in Podoli as we got Moldavia and they have a fort in Bessarabia. Could be a decent idea to delete the one in Poznan, but it's a salt province, so at least it has some protection. Before we start our next war, we're gonna wait until 1449 November so we can seize lands and then we will attack Lithuania. So we have seized lands and dealt with the rebels and apparently formed a PU with Brandenburg. Brandenburg is now our subject in a personal union. I mean, 1450 Brandenburg PU, I'll take that. We can actually get the electorate now, we just need to have 200 opinion with Austria and 80 trust. So I suppose we can start working on it. Also, just before our Lithuanian war, we get the last jousting tournament. Like, this game is going incredible so far. Now we just need to make 100% sure that we do get the emperorship. So we're gonna need to also improve with the Palatinate, who we got an alliance with now. With Lithuania, we're gonna go for an interesting peace deal. We're aiming to take all the bordering provinces leading up to the Livonian Order so that we completely cut off Muscovy and the hordes. And we're just a couple of months away from level 4, so we will have a nice advantage over them. Sweden entered an alliance with Lithuania. I believe they were supporting them, so now they're brought into our war. Yeah, that kinda sucks. Hopefully it's not going to take forever to finish this war, and if it's needed we will just go take their capital and get some money and war reps. Oh me, oh my, look who is here. Isn't that Sweden? Get the hell out of here, go home. And he got wiped. Let's see what we can do versus Lithuania here, 11,000. Also just wiped out half of their army. This is the last 10k. Chase him. That's right, Brandenburg. Oh, you were not supposed to die that quickly though. Damn, we have been getting a ton of papal influence with these events. You know what, I would love to grab additional Diplo reputation. This is also going to give us Diplo annexation cost reduction, so we will annex our subjects Moldavia and Mazovia a bit quicker. Sweden, thank you very much for 300 ducats and war reparations, I do appreciate that. And as I said guys, we're taking the bordering provinces. And we pretty much split up Lithuania into 2 parts. The major part we have for ourselves, nobody else borders this. And the Baltic part is only bordered by the orders, Teutonic and Livonian orders, so they can take some provinces later on, we will take that back. Looks like the Ottomans are having a good time, we might need to join in the fun. By the way, now we also unlock the Cossacks estate, so we can pick up some new privileges. Let's go for loyalty, for better generals with recruit Cossack leaders, and let's go with prime herding rights for additional manpower. And we can complete our agenda if we get a little bit more prestige, so I'm going to take patronage of the arts and get 50 admin points. Okay, we can begin annexing our first subject. Time to quickly pop up some rebels so that we don't have to worry about them occupying our provinces during the war. For example, we can provoke this in Smolensk as well, and hopefully these guys actually are going to beat them. Yeah, this might not have been the perfect idea, but we managed to get them. You guys gotta retire though. We're going to need some new mercenaries. I'm thinking about grabbing the independent army, as this is going to be useful for the Ottoman war. And this is, guys, why it's not always the best choice to go for the green option in the events. You can get them prestige in our case because we have the obsessive perfectionist trait on the ruler, but the first option is significantly better, +1 stability, so we're going for that. Because we have +2 stability, we can actually pass the separation of power, giving us additional yearly prestige and parliament debate backing chance. If we wanted to, we could actually adopt Hussitism, as it is available in the province of Prague, but obviously because this is an HRE run, it will be more beneficial for us to go with Catholic religion. And actually, it's good to see that Austria has already passed the first reform. Good work. Now, Moldavia, we're gonna start annexing them soon, and I will probably do it during the war, so I will enable scutage on them so that we can do this during the war. And yeah, pretty much no more rebels. This is rising up in 10 years, so we're good to go. Austria, buddy, I will need you for this. They have a jam, kinda annoying, but definitely not the worst alliance they could have. Let's roll. Okay, boys, it's time to get some development in Krakow, so we're going to expand infrastructure. We want to have 30 dev for one of the objectives, and also it's going to be needed for the mission revival of Krakow, as this needs to be improved at least 10 times, or we need to upgrade the great project. And we can do this with development, at the same time increasing the speed at which Renaissance is being enabled here. We can definitely start using some Diplo points and finish it off with mill points. There's actually some nations that would share the knowledge with us, and I would gladly accept it from someone like Luca. So this is now spreading nearly 2 per month, and we can also enable advancement effort. Okay, this is yet another super important event, Daniashava Privileges Convenciones. We're gonna go with the secondary option here and spawn up 22 rebels. And this is because the way we're completing the mission leverage the magnets. We're going with the second option here, as we need to decline the Daniashava Privileges event, have less than 4 privileges granted to Shlakta and 50% crownland. Boom, there we go, quick and easy. We can pick our government reform. Let's go with additional tax modifier and reduce Shlakta influence. It kinda sucks that the Shadow Kingdom event fired before we became the H3 Emperor, because now most likely Italy will be abandoned and there will be less nations in the H3. So pretty much if you can get the emperorship before 1460s, it's amazing. 27,000 Ottoman soldiers. You know what? Before this fight, let's grab the expansionist zealotry privilege for additional morale of armies. Let's see, man. Can we do some damage? Yeah, we did win the battle, although we didn't do much damage. And honestly, I really want to get rid of the mercs now, because we're losing so much money by having them. We're also losing a lot of money because we have a ton of forts. Let's just delete the one in Prague. I mean, it's farmlands. For now, I'm keeping the one in Polotsk because we have this kind of a surrounded area and it helps protect it, but later on we're definitely also deleting that one. And guys, it's also time to exploit some tax development in our provinces, because now we need money to embrace our institution, and I don't want to take out too many loans. So there we go, this way we actually can embrace Renaissance, and we of course reduce the gov capacity that we're using. Right now we do have some problems with gov capacity, and this is caused by the fact that we are stuck to a duchy rank as we entered the HRE. But once we become the emperor, we will have much more gov capacity. Now there's a bunch of nations that would like for us to share Renaissance. I'm just gonna give it to Burgundy, they're giving me the most money. And here we go, we have level 5 admin. Our first idea group is actually going to be religious. I usually don't like opening with admin idea groups, but in our case it will be super beneficial. First of all, we really need to convert the province of Prague. It's Hussite religion, and we don't get any benefits as it's not our state religion. And it's super difficult to convert this because it's a religious center that was spawned by Bohemia, I believe through an event of theirs. So additional missionary strength is gonna go a long way. Obviously, Deus Vult will be amazing to have. And once we have the Age of Reformation, is going to allow us to continuously attack all the nations that have different religion and convert them. Beautiful, we can peace out the jam, and I will finish the war right here. We don't really have a strong enough army right now to fight in 2 different fronts, because if we go and siege Trebizond, then Ottomans come back here and unsiege our provinces. So it's a bit of a waste of time, and we don't even need to take that much stuff from them. We can take pretty much all of Bulgaria and Cilicia. and some additional money and war reparations. We're gonna go for a very quick war with Hungary and just reduce them in size. I want to release some nations from them, such as Nitra and Transylvania, and it's a really good moment because Austria is actually not going to join. They have some issues with war exhaustion, their ruler is cruel. We can quickly invite someone like Burgundy to help us out. Let's go. And boom, we actually have the Polish Renaissance mission completed, as we have low corruption, good income, not running a deficit, and we have embraced Renaissance. So we're getting 5% idea cost reduction, innovativeness gain plus 25% until the death of our ruler, and also this amazing event, which will give us Nikolai Copernicus, level 3, 75% cheaper advisor. Come here, boy, you're hired. Matter of fact, let's focus on admin points as well. Okay, so Nitra and Transylvania would be just a little bit too much, but we can release Transylvania and cancel their subject Croatia. This time from same, I would love to get an additional missionary and missionary strength, so let's go for this one. Also, we can now pick our first stage of discovery ability, and we're gonna go with aggressive expansion and empire reduction. Burgundian secession. Hey, the Emperor has inherited Burgundy, and now they must decide the relationship. The best thing would be if they release the princes, so that's what we're gonna vote for. Hey, and Athens annexed the remaining Byzantine provinces, so we will be able to release them from the 2 provinces that we took. Oh my god, these bastards. Austria, I despise you. They kept the union. That is mad annoying. Okay boys, finally, there we go, we have been elected as the Emperor. What a wild timing, man. If it was just like a year ago, we would have had Burgundy. But now, it all belongs to Austria. Okay, we can complete the mission, Our Place in the Sun, Polish Empire. One of the best bonuses you can get. +1 diplomat, number of free cities +1. I believe this is the only nation that has this modifier, as we can now have 13 free cities in the HRE, and all the electors love us. Okay, let's immediately give this status to Death Merchant, sure. It's paying off, guys. Us isolating Lithuania has been very successful, as we now have Chernigov and Kiev released by the rebels, so we can immediately attack these nations. Even Polotsk has been released. Oh yes, so now if we want to get the electorate, the cost has changed, as we're the emperor ourselves and no longer Austria. We have to pay 5 imperial authority. I'm actually going to do it. I want to have the electorship. You won't believe it, guys, but I'm actually going to cast my vote on Poland. And there's 1 spot remaining, so we have to grant electorate to somebody. Don't really matter who we give it to, Hesse, sure. Dude, this is so sick. Just free real estate. By the way, I completely forgot, since we are the Emperor, we just got an insane amount of gardening capacity, so we can make all the states that we previously couldn't. And this is going to be an insane boost for our economy. We are maxed out on mill points and we're still ahead with the mill technology. Might as well start working on the mission develop the countryside, for which we need to develop all the provinces in Poland region at least 3 times. Encourage development and let's get it going. Actually, let me expand infrastructure here as well. Boom. And this way we managed to increase our crown lands to 50%, guys, which means we're done with the mission. Leverage the magnets. So we're gonna get the event, the Little King Surprising, and this once again gives us a super nice bonus until the end of the game. Centralized royal court authority, plus 100 gov capacity, and allows estate privileges to be revoked regardless of loyalty and influence. This is so good because we can take any privileges that we want to. When the age of absolutism hits, we can just revoke it as if nothing happened. No need to worry about influence. Super happy with this one. And now it's just time to beat up a couple of rebel factions. Gotland requests our support. Should Gotland accept this condition and ever receive direct or indirect ownership of Schleswig or Holstein, then they will receive an imperial ultimatum to return these provinces to the HRE. When Gotland accepts our condition, they will gain 500 ducats, yearly tax income plus 60, land maintenance modifier, and other bonuses. This is such a cool event. We can definitely go for the first option. We don't want to lose imperial authority anyways. They reject the deal. Well, screw you. And guys, another thing we can do is move our capital to Warsaw. So this is free, doesn't cost anything, 20 prestige, and we get additional development. And the cool thing is that where we move our capital, the province gets 0 autonomy. So this is going to be reduced from 55% to 0. No reason not to do it. And speaking of autonomy, there's actually quite a few provinces where we can lower it, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Also, Lithuania still has quite a few units. I suppose we might as well call in some of our buddies for extra assistance. No, Strasbourg? Bad dog. You gotta return what belongs to the HRE. Oh my god, Teutonic Order is renting out units to Volgast. You guys got no chill, have you? I think it's time to teach this old man a lesson. That's right, buddy, that's right. And you're done. Get out of here. Chase him down. Turco-Polish tension, just like that we get 12,000 manpower. How good are these events, man? Okay, Volgas, you release Rugen, you can give us some money and some treaties, why not? And we're gonna take all of this from Lithuania so that the remaining provinces are once again just completely surrounded by our borders and it's us for the taking later on. Boom, guys, deal with the Piasts. As we concentrated some development, we got development in Warsaw and we can get once more development and yearly prestige for 15 years. Now for this next one, negotiate with Nunchatur. We need a high opinion with Papal State. We need to ally them, have 70 trust or religious unity of at least 90%. We can start working on relations, that for sure. And we can purchase indulgence for 178 ducats. Let's grab this alliance. Wow, this is still 104% overextension after concentrating. Oh, no way, advisor resigns and it has to be Nikolai Copernicus, surely. Obviously. Well, we're going to avoid this. We're going to manually fire him. Good riddance to nobody. And there we go. He's back, boys. Okay, it's time to convert Prague. We can get the enforced religious unity edict. We have very strong missionary power now. 9.5%. In just over 2 years, we can convert this. Oh, Austria declared war on Hungary with restoration of Union Casus Belli. Well, that's actually fine. Y'all can have it, boys. Dude, our loans are so much bigger than the last time we took them. It's definitely time to refinance. Yeah, with these new loans we end up with nearly 2,000 ducats. Let's go exploit tax development once again. There, that's a little nice boost for the money too. And this way we can become the defender of faith. So we actually now have 4 missionaries. Bam, we're going to provoke some rebels and then we will go for another war with the Ottomans as our truce has expired so we can start reconquering the Byzantine course and make our way over to Athens, who is allied with Naples, Crimea and Tunis. Super weird alliance set. Because we can revoke our privileges whenever we want to, we can also use the automatic completion of the estate agendas for pretty much any estate. So for Cossacks, we can just go and take exempt from bureaucracy, we can get our agenda done, 50 admin points, get a new one, and we need burghers' loyalty. So exactly the same thing we're going to do with burghers. Monopoly rights, automatic completed. We have a super good advisor, 50% cheaper, and amazing loyalty, which means we can seize lands, not care about any rebels. Honestly, that mission, leverage the magnets, makes Poland such a stable nation, it's crazy. And one more thing I want to do is complete a couple more centers of trade, make them level 2s. This way, before starting our Ottoman war, we can get the Golden Era started. And we can also get some cannons, because we are now level 7 mil. Let's get like 8 of those for now. I'm actually going to take out one more loan for this. It's an investment, boys. It is. Yes, we converted Prague, which means now we're getting additional imperial authority. And as soon as we get enough money, we will start upgrading this. What we take for give usury, since we took out some additional loans, we actually have 10 of those and our inflation is not looking that great. So this is going to quite massively help us invest the remaining points into papal controller status. We are so close to diplo-vassalizing Transylvania, quite a massive nation that we released. I think we can do this in the near future and we can actually trade out all of our favorites into trust and this might do the trick. Let's see, we're gonna get 40 trust from this. Very, very close. Okay, so Hungary is now a subject of Austria and we can complete Protect Hungary mission. We protected them, alright? We did. Okay, thank you for the 20 prestige. Sure, I will join your war. France? What the hell is going on, boys? Are they fighting? No, they're not in that war. This is Bohemia and Switzerland. Okay, sure. Guys, we have our second idea group. We're gonna go with diplomatic. It has a really nice policy combined with religious, with additional religious unity and missionary strength, and overall a really good idea set for the HRE. Bro, they occupy this province with like 14% progress. So annoying. Yo, get the hell out of here, man. I think we need like more forts on this front because they're all coming from here. Nah, so you ain't getting this one, sir. You ain't getting this one. Oh man, this is so good. We managed to diplo-vassalize Transylvania. Amazing. Jamsky, you're going down. The Austrians are kicking Ottoman butts. Really having an easy time in this one. And we gotta finish this war soon because we have nearly 50 imperial authorities, so we're looking to pass our second reform here. So I don't want to have any overextension. I'm giving back Byzantium all of their cores. I'm also going to take these 4 provinces right here because we're going to release Karaman and give it all to them. A little bit of cash and we're good to go. Now, there we go. We're going to release Karaman. You guys can have all of this. Only 4 princes are voting for the second reform so far. As you can see, guys, Emperor is overextended -5, Emperor is not Germanic -5. Although now our overextension is gone and it's a bit better, so we just need to continue improving relations for a little bit more. Actually, it's not that bad to go over 50 imperial authority, because the more authority you have, the easier it is to pass the reform, especially if you're playing a non-Germanic nation. It's relevant. I think we're ready to complete yet another mission. We just need to trade favors with the papal state. And that should do the trick. Negotiate a nunciature. Okay, so if we complete this mission while Catholic without completing religious ideas group, we get 1.5 missionary strength and 1 yearly papal influence for 15 years. Or if we complete this after finishing it, we will get bigger bonuses for 20 years. So we just need to get one more idea and then we will pass this. In the meantime, let's do revival of Krakow. We just need 1 more building there. So let's get church. Okay, nice. We are ready to pass this reform. Amazing. And boom, we have completed religious ideas. So we have Deus Vult, we have additional national manpower and infantry combat ability from our national ideas. We can do revival of Krakow. It's going to increase the center of trade in Krakow. It's already at level 2, so it's going to be maxed out. And we also get a trade depot as well as 2 base production. So this province produces 4.5 ducats in total. Yeah, it's pretty good. We have this mission done, some missionary strength bonuses. We have 13.5% missionary strength. All the provinces take like maximum a year to be converted, and we already have 86% religious unity. Okay guys, I think we can go for a very quick Danish war, and we're going to ask them to release Holstein. Boom, let's call in Austria for this. Let's go. Oh, that's so nice. Poland's finest is going to give us 2.5% additional discipline until the death of our ruler. I mean, he's 59 years old, so it's not going to last that much, but it's okay. Wait, what in the world, man? I requested 3 leagues to return a province to the empire, and they gave it to us? Okay, I'm now really lost. How the hell did we have a core on this one? I actually have no idea. If you guys know how this is possible, then do let me know in the comments. I might be missing something very obvious here. Is this a perfect moment to strike Muscovy? We can use our Deus Vult CB. Sweden, Circassia, they don't want nothing to do with this. We got to do it then. Okay, thank you Denmark. Much appreciated that you're releasing a new nation that we're adding to the HRE. Muscovy is nowhere to be seen. I wonder where their troops at. They're fighting Uzbek, Sistan, and a couple more hordes. Okay, so they're occupied. We're good to go, boys. Have fun. Dude, I'm about to take out 1 million of loans. I don't want to wait any longer. An investment into a brighter future. Let's go ahead and boost this up with our manpower, which we have a ton of as we're getting nearly 2,000 each month. We can grab some additional tax modifier with our papal points. Oh yeah, this is great. Even at level 2, we're now getting additional 0.10 imperial authority. So it's growing 0.37 in total, which is not bad whatsoever. So what do we got? We have claims on Novgorod area. Well, I'm not going to use these claims. We're going to release Novgorod, obviously, because they have so many cores that we will give them back. But in this war, I will probably also take the Moscow state. Okay, then. Burgundy has been inherited by Austria. Okay, guys, that'll do. Let's take Moscow, entire Pskov state, 1 province to release Novgorod, and a bunch of money as well as war reparations. And with this money, we're basically loan-free once again. No way, bro. What the hell happened to the Ottomans? And I haven't been paying too much attention to Karakayunlu, but I can confidently say I have never seen Karakayunlu AI expand this much. I've seen a big Akayunlu, but this is new to me. What do we got here? Germian. You guys actually have some provinces that belong to Karaman. And Mamluks, we have a ton of cores to retake from Mamluks, so I think I'm actually gonna go for this war next, or maybe we can finish off Lithuania first. Yeah, I guess we can do Lithuania since the truce is expiring pretty shortly, and then we go full on after the Mamluks. Okay, brilliant diplomat brings us additional 5 imperial authority, love it. The Emperor is dead, we lost our ruler, and this way we're getting 10 additional imperial authority, so it's amazing. We're very close to 50 again. For the next gov reform, we can actually go with representatives of the crown for additional diplomatic relations and vassal force contribution. Munster, thank you for releasing another nation into the HRE. You can go, my friend. Hey, there we go. As we unlocked another Diplo idea, we get a ton of Diplo reputation, and finally, the ability to recruit winged hussars. The Polish strength, we can have 4 of those right now, so I'm immediately getting all 4. I suppose later on we can take some ideas that will boost up our cavalry, such as aristocratic quality, and for example, if we also went with espionage ideas, we can have additional 10% cav combat ability combined with aristocratic. Oh my, this is a really good heir. And I'll show you guys how you can easily convert names to Lithuanian language. You just add AS to the end and you have a male name. Welcome, my boy. Dude, I want to finish this war, but Gotland is in this and we don't have any ships, which is really annoying. Yeah, I suppose we might as well start building up some transports at least. And let's get some galleys going on. Okay, finally, there we go. Full annexation. Super nice name placement. We can sell titles. Let's actually revoke a couple of burghers' privileges, but first we can complete the mission support the merchants. Because we completed this via the alternative way, Polish merchant seal will be granted to burghers, which increases merchant trade power and centers of trade upgrade costs reduced by 10%. Okay, sure, let's go. Now, breadbasket of Europe, we need 14 provinces producing grain to have workshops, and we need to own 15% of total world grain market. Okay, this is gonna take a while because once again we're not going to prioritize these buildings, we need to get this done. Gonna take a little while until we can pass the next reform because of our overextension. So all the excess imperial authority that we have, we might as well start spending on bestowing imperial grace so that we have super high relations with everybody in the H3. And the next reforms this way will be a bit quicker. I think until we fix our overextension, I'm just going to go for a very quick reconquest with Athens. Okay, boys, we also vassalize Croatia diplomatically. They will join the empire as well. And we can do the same with Bosnia, so might as well. Why conquer nations like Bosnia, Serbia, if you can just add them to the H3? And we finished our diplomatic ideas fully. Mission strength, religious unity, beautiful. Time to kick some Mamluk butts. And in this campaign, the Danzig event did not happen, guys. So it's very unfortunate, because we would have gotten these provinces with no aggressive expansion and would have had the really nice vassal as well for free. But my patience is running out. It's 1499. I think we have to take this matter into our own hands. I'm going to declare a conquest, and we can co-belligerent Livonian order too. It's not like we're going to pass the next reform shortly, so we have time. Aggressive expansion is looking fantastic. We don't have pretty much any, so this is not going to be as huge of a hit as it might seem. We're destroying the Mamluks, no problem in this side. Our vassals are also doing a pretty good job occupying the provinces. Oh, there we go. As we boosted our stability, we actually already have 6 issues passed in the Sejm, so we can do great Sejm, and this unlocks new parliamentary issues, and our ruler becomes a reformist. I believe this will give us 25% reform progress growth, right? Yup, that's indeed what it is. Guys, one really cool thing about this is that we can take Riga, we will make them a super good vassal, and because we took them directly and we will release them as a subject instead of just subjugating it in this war, they will inherit our stability. So they will start with +3 stability, and this will allow them to complete their specific mission, which makes them overpowered. Portugal, my lovely friend, you're going to share knowledge. I really appreciate that. Boom, 1.47 spread. I'm actually going to develop this a few times. Let's make this a little bit faster. So if we go for this full annexation, there is barely a coalition. I am totally fine with this. We just full annex Livonian order, we're full annexing Teutonic order. We're going to do the mission Prussian Confederation now. Deal with the, a little 169% overextension that we just got. Well, we're going to grab a couple of provinces and give them to our lovely vassal of Karaman. So this is going to help at least a little bit. And we're going to release Syria as well, as we took over quite a few provinces from the Mamluks. What we got here, 131%. Now, do we release Danzig or Teutonic Order? That is for real the question. I think I'm just going to core these provinces. Like, this is not a huge issue. A few rebels, don't care about that, man. Like, our unrest is still pretty low. Yep, so look at that. Riga plus free stability. Now we just need to develop them a little bit. And I want to finish this video right here, guys. 1505. We have a beautiful, huge Poland. We went with the HRE path, so we had to conquer the entirety of Lithuania. If we look into the player's map mode, our borders are a bit bigger than what it seems because we have a ton of subjects. I'm actually looking to subjugate Serbia as well. So far, we have passed 3 reforms. We're getting a ton of imperial authority, and we still have not finished the maximum development in Prague, so we will get even more. Make sure to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I have not played Poland in ages, and I have not played the HRE path for Poland ever, so this was my first attempt, and I'm pretty sure I did make some mistakes here and there, but it just shows that even if you don't play perfectly and you go with the, well, we could, I guess, say quote-unquote a harder path where you don't go for the unions, you can still do great as Poland, and by 1500s you will have a ton of development, you will have the H3 Emperorship title, which will make you have pretty much infinite manpower, and yeah, super fun run. If you haven't tried it, I recommend you try it. Massive thanks to Tier 1 YouTube members Lex, MangyMinotaur, ScaldabagnoBlu, Kutay, and mickw. Tier 2 members Whale Biologist, Lazar, and RogueRhino, as well as Tier 1 Patreon supporters Lazar and Nikolas, Tier 2 supporter Bean Machine. I'm super thankful for your support.